Hopefully, you guys are all doing well out there. We are going to talk about some more newer bands, but there is one band I'd like to mention because and she just announced the people that are going to be playing in her band after she kind of did the kind of back she kind of did it where the songs were out already before she got her band together. So they're gonna probably practice and learn those songs and probably a few others that they're gonna play. I'm assuming maybe some covers just to kind of get started with since they don't have many songs on there yet so far called the Violent Hour. And it looks like it's going to be really impressive because it looks like two of the ladies in the band are actually related, maybe sisters. I'm guessing, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. So check that out. If you check out the Violent Hours post, you'll see some of the people that are in the band itself. So I wish them all the best. I did make a comment on Instagram for that. But right now we are going to talk about some new bands or newer bands, I guess you could say, that I'm assuming it might be the albums, not so much the songs. I mean, the actual bands themselves, but we'll see. Number 20 is Rage from Crown Magneteer. I think it's Codex of Flesh is the album 2022. Is it's an impossibly heavy deathcore track that utilizes a complex rhythmic pattern and a bone shaking low end uh, to create a sound that's surgically precise and absolutely brutal. Boy, I just kind of took a quick little nap and yeah, I'm kind of still like out of it, so I apologize. Number 18 is Shattered. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I see there's quite a few people in there. That's cool. The artist is Wind Waker. Love Language is the name of the album, which is kind of an interesting name or title for an album. Oh, what's your love language, right? Number 20, oh, sorry, release year is 2022. An adventurous, elastic metalcore song that experienced with pop, electronic, and progressive elements that makes a truly unique and compelling listening experience. Which actually, that sounds quite interesting. Sound, maybe a combination that might be uniquely different and awesome. We'll see. I know a few things I've gotten there. Oh, this is one I've talked about before. I'm not like super awesome with, but they kind of remind me quite a bit of some other band we know. You'll know why when I mention the name. Is number 18. These are not new bands; they're new released albums. So I apologize because I just saw another one that's really an old band. The song is Breath. The artist Vended. What It Is, Kill It, 2021 was when it was released. The sound of chaos and classic new metal aggression of the late 90s and the early 2000s. A track delivers a raw high end performance with both nostalgic and fresh sounds to it. Yeah, the next one is the one I was talking about. Vended is the one I was talking about actually, because it's one of those that kind of reminds you of Corey Taylor itself and Slipknot because it is his son and it sounds kind of quite close to it. I was hoping that maybe they might go someplace, maybe not quite so Slipknotish, so to speak, but you never know. Because I'm sure he would probably want to do his own thing. I mean, it's pretty close, but it's a little bit different, I guess. But it kind of reminds you of a lot of his music, so or their music, I should say. Number 17 is Wrenched. Frozen Soul is the band I was talking about that was older. Crypt of Ice 2021 is release date. A chilling, unforgivable slab of death metal with a thick, cavernous production with a crushing tempo and evoking that invokes the feeling of trapped in a frozen wasteland. It kind of reminds me of Trapped Under Ice, I guess, is kind of. Except this is a crypt of ice instead of trapped under ice. Um, Number 16 is Malignant Reality, I think is how you say that. Ingested is the name of the band, which is kind of an interesting title for a group or band. Ashes Lie Still 2022, a relentless display of brutal death metal and a slam of infused beatdowns that will leave you gasping for air. The song is a pure, unadulterated aggression, which is definitely a good thing, I think. That speaking of which, I got several comments today about my shirt. I had like, was it three different people that mentioned it? It's like, like your shirt, like your shirt. So thanks. One they actually didn't know the band, so I should have mentioned the channel. So if you really want to know more about the metal scene, you should check out my channel because I talk about quite a few different bands. I try to mix it up quite a bit so that people get a taste of different things. It's always good, even if I don't like the band that sometimes. You know what I mean. Number 15 is the Cursed Remains. It's a dying. The artist's dying wish. Fragments of a bitter memory. 2021. A blistering metalcore track with a powerful emotional core driven by a raw energy. Dual male and female vocals with aggressive, and no thrills delivery. That's kind of quite interesting. I like that. Kind of cool to have a little bit of both male and female. Which reminds me, looking when I was looking at the Violent Hours band lineup, the one lady with her Instagram page, she actually was doing quite well on singing. So I think later on, I think somebody should take that talent and utilize it later on in one of her songs. Um, or when they do a solo, maybe like do a cover or something. I think it'd be kind of cool using her in the back, like a background vocalist on that. That'd be kind of cool. She does a really good job. Yeah. Let's see here. What am I? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Number 14 is I Am from Ginger. Macro is the album 2019. Yeah, these are all actual newer albums, not or songs from newer albums, not so much the newer bands. A technical and groove laden track with showcases of Tantras, incredible vocal versatility with a deep growl of soulful, clean singing and laid over complex and rhythmic instrumentation. And they always do a phenomenal job. I mean, I still would love to see them play. I thought I had an opportunity to, but I think I didn't go because of certain reasons. It was just in a venue that wasn't really the greatest in the world, and I figured I ain't gonna mess with all that, especially if you don't have something close enough where you can actually park and go there. It's just I forgot it's called the Junkyard or something like that. It's basically a place where they used to do Junkyard probably, and they basically turned it into a venue, which is kind of interesting. Number 13 is Into the Dark from artist Gatekeeper. Is the album is Deserted. 2019 is the release date. A perfect example of the Gatekeeper's modern take on old school Swedish death metal with a chain buzzsaw guitars, monstrous growls, and undeniable sense of heaviness. That sounds like my kind of music. That would be kind of cool to listen to. We'll check it out. Let's see what's up. Whatever, right? Number 12 is God's Will from Signs of the Swarm. And this is Obsolverse. Obsolverse is the album, I think is how you say it. 2021 is a guttural, punishing deathcore track with a swampy, visceral feel, characterized by his brutal breakdowns and sludgy, oppressive atmosphere. That's crazy. Let's see what we got here. Number 11, Daughter of the Morning Star. That sounds like a really cool title for a song. Fuming Mouth is the name of the actual artist, which is kind of a different name for a band for sure. The Grand Ascent is the name of the album. 2019 is the release. A ferocious death metal track with a punk edge, with featuring a chunky old school riffs of relentless plummeting rhythm sections that will make your neck ache. That sounds really cool. I mean, just the description alone sounds really good for the song. Yeah, interesting. Hmm. So that's Daughter of the Morning Star. Hello, how's it going? What was it? J Man Fan 1. How are you? I hope I said that right. J Man Fan 1. Let's see here. Number 10 is The Dying from Until I Awake. No, Until I Wake, sorry. Inside My Head is the album 2022, a powerful melodic, see, I can't say it, metalcore anthem with a strong electrical influence combined with infectious hooks and dynamic shifts between clean and screamed vocals, right? Cool. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Awesome. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm there, you know. I was so busy today trying to get certain things done and it seemed like it was taking me forever to get things done. Oh, well, what I'm reading? Oh, I'm reading about different metal bands. Well, I thought it was going to be newer metal bands, but really it's a list of metal bands, newer albums or songs from newer albums is what it is. So we're just going down the list. Um, Number 9 is Holy Ground. Malevolence is the artist. Malicious Intent is the name of the album, 2022. This song delivers a crushing band of logic. See, I still can't get it. Core and groove metal with a massive stomping riff, with a gritty street level attitude that builds for the mosh pit. So, if you're a mosh fan, this is probably one for you. And it sounds like with Holy Ground, I mean, this is the holy ground of moshing, probably. Who knows? Number 8 is Artificial Boutique. A Frail Body is the name of the artist, which is kind of a different, that's interesting name for a band. Artificial Boutique is the name of the album. 2024 is when it was released. An explosive track with exemplifies the band's chaotic, intense, screamo, blackened, hardcore sound, packed and searing guitars that despair, throat shredding vocals, which is kind of crazy, right? Gotcha. Nice, right? You like that? See what here? Now this is a different, interesting title for a song. Number 7 is Deaf Ears. It reminds me of my ex-wife because she was deaf. Artist was Caskets. Reflections is the album name. 2021, a I can't say that. Melodically driven track that showcases Casket's mastery of post-hardcore, emotional, resonant lyrics and soaring, clean vocals, which is really cool. Interesting. What do you think? What do you guys think out there? Let's see. Your number 6 is Black Mass. Blackbird is the name of the artist, which just kind of reminds me of Black Braid reminds me of Black Briar. Raven Black. Sorry, Black Braid is the name of the album. 2022. That is a raw atmospheric black metal masterpiece that incorporates a Native American flute, tribal rhythms, offering a unique and deeply spiritual take on the genre. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, I know, right? Might be a good one to check out. Number 5 is the last one, and this one I do know for sure is the artist called Orbit Culture. Album is Ninja. It's not Ninja, but it's Nija. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced, but maybe I'm wrong. It sounds like it looks like Ninja, but anyway, 2022, 2020. Sorry, the track is a powerful infused of melodic death metal groove and dark modern edge that draws the influences of Gojira and Metallica while maintaining a unique identity. Huh. I think I've heard. Maybe I haven't heard of good Orbit Culture. I thought I did, but who knows? Number 4 is The Pain from Lorna Shore, which I definitely know, and they are definitely got some good stuff. So if you haven't checked them out, you need to. They're really good. The other ones I don't know as well, so I can't say yes for certain. Pain Remains is the album. 2022 is a measuring journey through blackened deathcore featuring Will Ramos's guttural vocals and symphonic backdrops that build a crescendo of pure sonic devastation. Right? That's cool. I like that. Oh, here we go. This is one for Mike because he always talks about me getting some newer bands or bands that people are in the now. So here we go. Number 3 is Take Me Back to Eden from Sleep Token. There you go. I said it, Mike. Sleep Token. Take Me Back to Eden is the album that he always gives me a hard time, but because I'm not too fun. It's more of a I don't consider metal. I think they're more of a boy band, but kind of with makeup. They like to show off with makeup, but anyway, kind of reminds you of Kiss. 2023 is an ambitious, genre-defying epic that fuses progressive metal with R&B, pop, electronic elements, demonstrating Sleep Token's innovation and emotional charge approach. Which, in a way, it's metal with R&B, and pop. So it's a more of a pop thing, but who knows? Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. And while I'm on it, if you guys could do that, anybody that's watching right now, anybody has been watching, anybody watches it later, down the road, check it out. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel because without you guys, we can't grow. And without growing, we can't talk to the actual artists that we want to get to know. And that's what the channel is really about. It's not about the list, but the lists are kind of cool. But to getting to know some of the bands that we don't know yet, or we will know, or do know, and we want to know more, that's what it's all about. Getting to know the people behind the metal music itself. I think personally, uh, yeah, there you go. Kiss. They're old school Kiss. It's awesome. I'm surprised they haven't gotten some new songs out, but you never know. Anyway, number two is The Gray. And this is one of my personal favorites, Brand of Sacrifice. Number two, Lifeblood. This is definitely hardcore metal, I think. Brutal, symphonic. 2021 is a brutal slab of symphonic deathcore, which I love, combines with thunderous breakdowns and demonic vocals with cinematic orchestral arrangements, creating its apocalyptic epic sound. And these guys are freaking phenomenal. I don't know if you like Queen, you may not like Brand of Sacrifice. You might like Sleep Token better. Who knows? You never know. It's hard to say. Some people might be surprised later on. It might grow on them if they hear it. So don't forget The Gray. The Gray is from Brand of Sacrifice. It's pretty cool. Number one is Spiritbox. Eternal Blue is the name of the album, 2021. The track masterfully blends adjunct infused riffs with polyrhythmic aggression, with ethereal melodic clean vocals showcasing Spiritbox's dynamic range of modern and metal prowess. And that is definitely an awesome band. I have heard some of their stuff. I'm not sure if I've heard that song. Oh, sorry. Screaming at the Sun is the name of the album. I didn't scroll up enough for my list that I have already ready to go. Thoughts on Linkin Park? Linkin Park's not bad on some songs, but have you tried some of the other really heavy? See, now most of the people that I know listen to hard rock or maybe pop rock that I think are on my channel to a point, but if you really want to get something totally different, something a little bit more unique, a little bit more edgy, yeah, those are the bands. Some of these bands I've been talking about, especially Brand of Sacrifice, they are really heavy. They're really good though. They're really awesome stuff. They have just this unique sound, and they actually, I think, Ginger, which is on the list, and so is uh, what was it? A Brand of Sacrifice with Machine Head. They did an album with them with certain songs, and they are awesome songs. They are really good. So it has a mixture of Machine Head, Brand of Sacrifice in one song, and uh, Brand of Sacrifice and Ginger at the same time. And she does got some great vocals. So check them out. Check it all out because you never know what you might like. It's kind of a surprise when you actually get to hear different things and experiment with different songs because there are some songs out there that I didn't know I would like. And guess what? I definitely enjoyed it very much. So, and my whole goal is later on getting to know some of the people in the bands that we all know and love, or maybe you don't know or might not know about, because you never know what you're going to discover. Like right now, there's a band that I might see next Friday that I have no idea what I forgot the name of the band. It was somebody that's coming to town in Denver, or there might be a local band, but I'm not sure. Which would be kind of cool to watch. because I like smaller shows. Sometimes it's great, and they're usually more reasonable. So who knows? Emily Armstrong, do you know? How would I rate her? I don't know if I know Emily, to be honest. What kind of band? She sounds familiar. My brain sometimes gets a little bit kind of messed up, so I apologize. Who knows? Me? No, actually, I live in the Springs, but I go to Denver shows a lot. Well, see now, if you're in Denver and I'm going to a Denver show, you're one of the people, people's fans that if you see me, let me know. Say hello. We can hang out. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought it was a guy that was singing for Lincoln Park. So there's a lady, Emily Armstrong. Okay. Huh. Oh, okay. Got you. Your cousin lives in Denver. Yeah. So, well, they could say hello too, if they want. Say what's up. If they go to a show, I don't know. Depends on what kind of music they listen to. It's one of those things, right? I always tell people if you're in a small metal band in Colorado, if you're a small metal band anyplace else, or even some sort of metal band, period, it doesn't have to be like deathcore or whatever, just something that you find that that you like a lot and we can talk about. That'd be cool. About the band and you, the person, I should say, about the type of person you are as far as getting to know you personally, what got you in the music industry, what influences that you know that influenced you and your music, which would be cool. Do you think? Oh, what are you? Oh, come on now. Actually, that's a very good question because the fact that I watched Texas Hillbilly Coalition, and he was saying that the stats on metal right now are way going through the roof. I don't know the exact numbers that he used, but he was talking about there's people that are showing up to more music than ever before, especially after the pandemic. It's just insane. I think they're saying that the buzz in metal is even bigger than rap right now, or almost, not quite. Yeah, for concerts and things like that. People are going out to more shows, doing more this, that, and the other. Don't take my word on it. I haven't checked the stats myself because I don't really know that. But from what I've heard, he was mentioning it, and he did that for a very specific reason. Just so he said basically so you guys know. I said there's more of this and more of this, and he was giving numbers out. Like blank percent of this and blank percent of that. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It's like, boy, he's given us a little lesson in the music industry itself when it comes to metal versus other genres, which is kind of cool. Cause he does more of a what they call the red dirt metal, which is kind of a unique thing. He kind of classified it because it's kind of a mixture of metal and blues and some other stuff and country, of course. So it's a little bit different than just regular metal music. And he's got a great, yeah, I thought it was a great sound. A friend of mine doesn't care for him quite so much. He knows who they are, but apparently he said that they got their start through money that they got through a biker group, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, which I didn't know that. I know about the band, but that's about it. I know some of their songs. That's about it. And I got to see them. I even got a shirt. So the Texas Hillbilly Coalition. They got some pretty good stuff. I think so. They're not super heavy. They're more kind of a, like I said, country slash rock, hard rock kind of metalcore type band. Metalcore is usually kind of in between. It's kind of like new metal, I think. Uh, Death metal, black metal is a little more hardcore. Guttural sounds. They're not quite as clear on their vocals. See, my hair's sticking out. I thought it looked good for a while there earlier. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys are out in Denver, if you're in Denver with your cousin in your show, come by and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Anybody else that for that matter. If you're watching and you're not on the live stream, check it out. Talk to me. Oh, the Blue Man Group. I would love to see them if that's what you're talking about. The Blue Man Group in Vegas. They got some really cool instruments. If that's what I'm talking about. If you're talking about that, no, unless there's a comedy skit. There is. I forgot his name. He was on AGT a while back. He lost to a magician in there. He was like ran second, but he had Tourette's and he had this Twitch kind of thing. But yeah, he does a he's a comedian. It's really awesome. He's really good, and I got to see him perform live. It was really cool. I said, dude, I said, I want you to know I was rooting for you the entire way through, and I made sure you got tons of votes so that you wouldn't lose to a medal. I did a magic act, but I said, but I didn't say it like that. But I was thinking, I was voting for you like crazy, so you could win. So I appreciate it. Oh, Kansas City. Do they? I forgot. I think somebody said that they did do some traveling shows, so that's kind of cool. Oh, and like I said, the Violent Hour, Carla Harvey's band. They're kind of a 80s slash 90s kind of old school metal music with a little bit of a metal twist to it. You gotta check them out. They finally got their band. She finally got her band together, and it's all ladies, so it's really gonna be really cool to see. I like seeing women play in metal. It's really cool, singing or otherwise. It's just something different, because you get tired of the same old this that and the other. And some of the women are pretty energetic and pretty cool when it comes to that. So you never know. It seems like it's funny. You see the picture of them all together. Carla is like in her 40s, and I'm not gonna say much more than that, but because I'm sure she would appreciate it. But you never know. She's okay with that, I think. Anyway, you look at the bandmate, her band itself. People that are going to be in her band, they're probably in their 30s, 20 to 30s, I would say. So they're not anywhere close. So she's going to be the oldest person in this band too. That's because there's not very many women her age that like and enjoy metal music or playing metal music. But there are some women that I did see at Obituary that were probably older than I am. So it's kind of crazy. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. But they've been around for a while, so that's part of the reason why. So she might have been a fan when she was growing up as a kid. You never know. I wasn't sure if there's hardly any women that actually liked metal back then, but who knows? Anyway, so I will not stay on too much longer. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you next week for another really cool, hopefully awesome playlist that you might not know about, or no songs that you might not know about, because that's what I'm trying to find, stuff that you don't know. Hopefully. Oh, there you go. Being crazy. What's your dog's name? 105. Yeah, it's late here too. It's like 12:05, so you're a little bit eastern part. So I'm on always a real late, so doesn't always do other things during and before. So hopefully when I have more time, I can do this a little sooner than later. So who knows? Okay. Well, you tell her. I said, settle down, be good, or he. Oh, she. There you go. She's being crazy. That sounds like somebody's girlfriend or wife. Anyway, who knows? All right, take care. You guys have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side and tomorrow. Oh, Natasha. Okay, Natasha. So, Natasha, settle down. Don't be all crazy, right? All right. Thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to, like I said, subscribe, like, and if you're on here afterwards, do that too. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and we're getting up there. We're getting up there. It's awesome. I think the last time I knew it was 393, and I think it's gonna be 394, maybe 395. Who knows? Maybe close to 400, which would be awesome. Thanks for watching. Take care. You guys have a wonderful evening.